Hello, you did it. It's been a while. I've been here since 6, I think. Not awake anymore, so the story is being told by a zombie right now. I slept for like 2 hours. Okay, I'm here. Thank you guys so much for coming. How about a hand for everyone else you've seen so far? Great fucking stories. I'm gonna tell you a little ditty. I don't know. What's happening? So I grew up in Chicago in the suburbs. And I when I was a little kid, all I wanted to do was play in the NBA. I don't know. Don't know why. I think it was because I was like a 90s kid in Chicago, you know? Michael Jordan was like huge. Yeah, exactly, the Bulls. So I was like, I want to be that guy. So there were a lot of things preventing me from being that guy. But I was like, I'm going to be that guy. And there was a very prominent Gatorade commercial that always played on like Nickelodeon. You remember that? Oh my God, this is amazing. No one ever knows when I mention it. It's like with him and Mia Hamm. Yeah, and the commercial is like, I can do anything, you can do better, and then he goes, and then she's like, yes, I can, no, I can't. Like they just go back and forth, and I think that commercial made me a feminist, you know, like that. So. So all I wanted to do was, so every day I would play basketball after I did my homework, of course, for just like hours on it. I was like, I'm gonna make it. I didn't make it because height, but also you like have to be a man to be in the NBA. But whatever. But you know, I would play all the time. Sometimes, and I was like an only child, so I'd play a lot by myself, and I'd play with my neighbors, my friends. And every summer, starting in 3rd grade, I would go to this basketball camp at the local high school. And that was my favorite thing to do. Every summer, I would go and I'd play, and it's such a great time. And one year in 6th grade, I went to camp, and I was like pretty asexual as a kid. Like I didn't understand what like liking people meant. I was like, whatever, I just want to play ball, you know. And then in 6th grade, I went to this camp, and there was this girl there that I thought was like super fucking cool, you know. She was white, because like everyone's white there. And she was like pretty short, also like you guys. She's pretty short, and she had like blondish brown hair, and it was like always tied in a ponytail, but it was like a really short ponytail because like her hair was like not long enough to like have a real ponytail. And she had this like smile, and she kind of like would like, was it duck-footed? Like she would walk like this, and she had like a lot of swag for like a 12-year-old. Like I didn't know that word at the time, but I was like, she's got it, whatever that is. And I was like, man, like she's so cool. And I didn't know what gay meant at the time, but I was like, I want to be friends with her. You know, like that's me being a baby lesbian, you know. I was like, I have to be friends with her and hang out with her all the time. Which is still what I do now. I will never ask anyone on a date. I'll just be like, do you want to hang out every day? Forever? In my apartment? You know. It's true. So I like befriended her, and it wasn't that hard because like you played with your grade level, and we were like really good, so we played like above our grade level. It was like me, her, and then 2 other girls from my middle school, and so we all became friends, and I was like, oh yeah, this is great. But we didn't go to the same school, so after camp was over, like I never really got to see her again, and I only hung out with people that went to my school. I don't know why. I could have just been like, hey, I can drive, or I couldn't drive, I guess. But I could have been like, hey, we could hang out. Like she didn't live that far from me, but we ended up just communicating via AIM. Yeah. Rest in peace. So sad to see it go. I wish I could read those chats now. But we would just like message each other like all the time, and I was like, oh, this is great. And then I kind of ended up absorbing whatever she liked. You know, In hindsight, it seems a little creepy, but like when I was 12, I was like, this is cute, right? You know, because like I had only listened to classical music, because that's what my mom made me listen to. I don't know. That's what my mom liked. So I was like, okay, cool, Bach forever. But this girl really liked like 90s alternative rock. So it was like Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Rascal Flatts. I guess that's not really like rock, but and then her it's a good band, okay, whatever. Don't judge me. And then her favorite band was Third Eye Blind. Okay, a few people. And so then I really got into Third Eye Blind because she really liked Third Eye Blind. I was like, I also have to really like Third Eye Blind. So I just became obsessed with this band just because I like think I couldn't hang out with her. So I was like, this is my way of connecting. So I like downloaded all of the songs and I memorized all of the lyrics, even the songs that weren't on the albums. Like I just had, like I was just obsessed. And then I like really wanted to like go to a concert with her. I was romantic. Okay, whatever. I was 13. So it never happened because like either wasn't old enough, or they weren't touring, or like I was out of town. So it never happened. So like years were passing. I never got to see them. And then we kind of stopped talking. And then I figured out other bands, you know, like Tegan and Sarah, whatever. You know, and then I like dated other girls, and I kind of forgot about this obsession I had with Third Eye Blind. You know, like if a song plays, I'm like, oh yeah, Third Eye Blind, but I just like forgot that I was super obsessed with this band until 2017, because that meant it was the 20th anniversary of their debut album. So they decided to go back on tour, and I found out about this, and I was like, oh my God, like everything that happened in my childhood came back to me. I was like, I have to go see this band. It's been 13 years in the making. I gotta go. And I ended up moving to San Francisco, where I live now, partially because Third Eye Blind lives there. Also, it's like pretty gay. So I was like, I gotta go. So in April, they had like a private concert, and I was like, I gotta go see them like in a small, intimate setting. And I was like trying to figure out a way to go. And my friend works at this radio station that were hosting this thing, so I messaged him, I was like, can I go? And he was like, sure, I'll put you on the list. But every time I like meet like a musician who's famous, like it's always like a roller coaster. It'll be like, yeah, you could go. And then I'm like, oh no, there are 12 obstacles. So what happened was he messaged me the day of. He's like, actually, Third Eye Blind put a lot of people on their guest list, so you can no longer come. And I was like, what? And then I posted on Facebook, and I was like, oh my God, can someone get me into this thing? And then I guess my friend's friend, who I sort of am friends with, is not best friend. He's like friends with Stephen Jenkins, who's the lead singer. And then she texted him, and then somehow I ended up getting put on the list again. So like 2 hours before, and I was like, oh my God. So I showed up, and I go in, and I was like, I can't believe I'm here, like with 40 other people sitting like where you are from Stephen Jenkins. I was like, oh my God, I finally did it. You know, I moved to San Francisco. I came out of the closet, and I'm watching Third Eye Blind. And even though like I was alone, like I never ended up seeing the Third Eye Blind with that girl. I just felt like, oh my God, like I feel like I'm doing it. Like I finally made it in life. And then the last thought I had in my brain when Stephen Jenkins was saying Never Let You Go was, oh my God, I can't believe Third Eye Blind made me gay. That was just so crazy. Thank you guys so much. I'm Irene too.